But Team Spirit, they're gonna go with the exact same opening, and I feel like this opening is just so solid for a team like Team Secret because we saw Fata play it last game, but we always talk about the exact same puppy playing it, so it's always an option for them.
Yeah, and it feels like you end up in this spot where you are able to move around the map early and get so much done. And also, I've been really impressed with the Enchantress just like laning in general. I'm wondering if it's their answer to Veno, because she completely demolished the Veno in that last game.
Yeah, definitely. Venomancer, relies heavily on the damage over time, and Enchantress just kind of negates that entirely. You just need like 2 levels of your heal, and it's more than enough to just not take any kind of damage.
I'm getting a little bit of laggy type things going on. There's an enormous thunderstorm going on like right over my head right now. So if you guys hear some rumbling and bumbling, it's not my tummy. It's actually the thunder god striking me down for my insolence. But hopefully there's no issues with our broadcast throughout the course of this. But if there is, I'll try and fix it as soon as possible. It should be fine. But yeah. Necro take in, Enchantress, Bane, and Veno. 4th ban coming out. They take away the Brood. Was that really like the big sort of, final nail in the coffin for SFT last game? Was there, if they had a different hero mid, would it have still been as big of an issue?
It was definitely a big issue. I think that you get rid of it simply because you don't want to have to worry about it all the time. Because last game, it was, they didn't have the last pick secret, just kind of surprised them. There's nothing you can do about it, and then since there's not much you can do about it, it just steamrolled you. So this time they're gonna just get rid of it, not have to worry about a potential, cheesy last pick Broodmother, and just focus on their own draft.
For sure. And what is it that they're going to try and do this game? Because last time, it didn't even feel like they got to play the game that they wanted to play in any fashion. Like, we didn't even get to see what their strategy was, because they couldn't get out of the laning phase. Night Stalker's going to get taken now. Is this a hero that gives you a little bit more strength during your laning phase? I feel like he hits it a little bit of a later time, right? Like, when it turns nighttime, that 4-minute mark. Or does he give you a lot even early?
I'm gonna have to go with at least nighttime. I mean, his void is really strong early on, even in the daytime, but I don't think it's something you can compare to other actual better laning supports, right, like Ancient Apparition, for example. Just being able to cold feed and right click people already is more effective than what a Night Stalker can provide. So, Earth Spirit going to be coming out for Team Secret, so we are going to be seeing another core Enchantress from them.
Yeah, and Fata had such a good game on it before. I wonder if SFT are thinking about blocking out the camps now. The problem is they don't know necessarily where they're going to lane them, because that was the other issue that they ran into last time. Maybe trying to smoke out and get wards down early so they can see if there's a lane swap. Might be the way that they go, because they only saw the Enchantress after everybody was already out to their lanes.
I think this time around this time around is actually pretty hard, because last game it was Bane as well as what was their other support? What did Yapsor play?
Tusk.
Yeah, Tusk. So this is kind of similar to last game. These supports just very, very strong right from the very beginning. So they just need 1 level at best, and I wouldn't even be surprised if they just hit all 3 lanes simultaneously. Kill 1 lane, clarity up, TP to another lane, and just keep going, because that's kind of how they seem to to play, especially with this kind of line.
Now we got ourselves a Rubik taken for SFT. Anything that really sticks out to you as a reason for taking this hero? Is it to counter out there's not really great spells to steal, right?
No. I think a lot of Bane spells are actually very good to steal as a Rubik, because there's no cast animation. So let's say you steal Nightmare, for example, you pretty much instantly sleep someone. You can use it defensively or offensively, and then you can always easily steal Fiend's Grip, because you have to channel that. And it just gives them more ways to actually break the Fiend's Grip if necessary, right? Night Stalker, not exactly the most reliable, and to be fair, neither is Rubik, but having more options definitely gonna help you out. in canceling that.
Well, Team Secret getting down to the wire here with their 4th pick. They are going to be taking a Pugna. So keeping up the theme of last game, trying to end this game early. Man, there are a lot of green heroes in this. Holy Toledo.
It's like three green versus 3 green so far.
Yeah. So this is just straight up push from Team Secret, right? Like, end the game quickly. They want to get out and have themselves an early dinner or something. Remaining. Get to bed early.
I don't think it's going to be like that early. I think there's other heroes that you can pick as supports if you wanted to actually end it super early, because Bane and Earth Spirit don't exactly offer you too much when you're trying to siege. Pugna right now is pretty much the only one who does that.
Yeah. Well, Enchantress also, right?
Enchantress sort of. I wouldn't rely too much on her ability to like siege with only creeps. I think like after you take away the tier 1 and couple tier 2s, her pushing potential is kind of falls off.
Okay.
Mostly comes from the Pugna afterwards. Because Venomancer by then has level 7, and then you have enough wards that your creeps don't exactly do too much.
Oh lordy. Well, that's the other pushing hero then.
Yeah, this one definitely will push towers fairly quickly. I was thinking like maybe they would go for something like a mid 1 Dragon Knight, and then they have Ace play Safe Lane Pugna, but Terrorblade also able to do the job, but scales a little better than a DK does down the line. Just more damage output, so...
Yeah, Diffusal Carrier as well to deal with the Necrophos.
Yeah, there's that too.
Well, what about the matchup of... I mean, is the matchup against Necrophos really bad in the mid lane? Would that mean that like you don't want to take that, or is it maybe going to be a Veno mid? I guess SFT have a lot of ways that they can go with this.
It's probably going to be a safe lane Necro. That's what I have to assume.
Okay.
I think you want to pair up the Venomancer against the Pugna.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, Team Secret can also mix it up, like, very easily if they wanted to. And if they wanted to safe lane an Enchantress and aggro tri-lane with Earth Spirit, Bane, and Terrorblade, that's probably an option as well. Looking at the SFT side, their supports seem kind of weak. I think a Night Stalker and a Rubik don't really offer you too much compared to the Earth Spirit as well as the Bane. Yeah. Especially, I think at level 1 it's not that bad, but once level 2 actually occurs, then it's a lot better for Team Secret in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, and maybe just getting those early levels and then making that rotation. They're gonna go the Invoker again. And I don't know. What are your thoughts? It felt like part of the problem that they had last game was that they couldn't really do anything around the map. Like, have they solved that issue? Is it just this Night Stalker going to be like that big difference maker once it hits 4 minutes?
They'll definitely be relying on him to make movements, but I think Rubik will also play a big part in this. I think the Night Stalker definitely has to work with the Rubik, otherwise, just looking at the lane setups, I don't think one support alone is going to be enough. And it's really hard to say whether or not, a lot of these heroes will work out, because using last game as a comparison is a little unfair. I think having the Broodmother in the mid lane just made a lot of their game plan just go out the window. You had the aggro tri-lane against a Doom in the jungle, and then you had a Brood against an Invoker. And then you had the Enchantress versus Venomancer. Like, no matter how you look at it, that was just a complete lane out draft, at least.
Yeah. No, it was a serious problem, and I think that's the thing I was talking about, where like they didn't get to play their game. I think that game wasn't an indication of how different the skill level is between these two teams. I think that Team Secret probably has the high skill level, but it's not like as big of a gap as we saw in that last game.
That last game was definitely something else.
Yeah.
They're just gonna have to move past it. Just chalk it off as a outdraft, Don't think too much about it.
Yep.
Okay, so Invoker's gonna start with Quas once again.
Yep.
I'm starting to think that maybe all he does is play Quas Wex.
Yeah? Do you think that Quas Wex is still pretty viable? Like, we saw Dendi do it the other day in that Na'Vi game, and it looked really, really good.
Yeah, definitely.
You think it's still pretty good?
Yeah, especially in a game like this. Once again, it's just another way to deal with the Bane from getting off his abilities, and heroes like Terrorblade and Earth Spirit. Actually, even the entire lineup will suffer greatly from getting hit by EMP. Like none of them actually build into great amounts of mana. They're gonna have to have a lot of arcane boots on their side to sustain mana if they do have to deal with a lot of EMPs.
So we got to talk about this for a second. It's mid 1 playing Terrorblade mid, and it's going to be a Fata Pugna in the off lane tri lane, and they're playing Ace on the Enchantress.
Oh, interesting.
So,
I do have a quick emergency to deal with.
So
I need to be right back like 30 seconds.
all right, go for it. Do your thing, man. I'll be able to watch this stuff as they come in. Puppy getting a couple hits off. That's a lot of damage from that first Nether Blast, and well, he's able to pick up a rune as well. So Secret get themselves 3 runes, and now Yapsor able to find that stun, rolling forward, found himself Illidan, first blood, drawn by Fatas. They're going to keep on battling underneath the creep wave. You know, I gotta say for myself at least, this feels like it's not necessarily like a sign of disrespect necessarily, but confidence for sure. Puppy just walks through the tower apparently, but they should be able to get out of there perfectly fine. And Steven, if you end up getting back, just feel free to start talking at any point.
Oh yeah, I'm back already.
All right,
just have to open the door really quickly.
No problem. So yeah, they get first blood, and mid 1 is standing on Thompson's Hill, and he's at half HP, but he does have Quas, so he's got some regen going for him. As roll in down bottom, finding themselves Illidan, seeing if they can get that kill. The Void is going to slow them down, so they won't be able to chase that Necro too much further.
And once again, this is aggro tri-lane with Pugna. They lane the Enchantress against the Venomancer once again, especially since they know just how bad that matchup is, so I'm going to consider that a lane that's won, and mid 1 just seems to be dominating the mid lane as well, considering he has that much more damage than the Quas Invoker.
Yeah. Yeah, he's sitting on a measly 53 versus the 60 of mid 1. Does need to be a little bit careful since Metamorphosis is down, but we'll watch how that lane unfolds itself. As over here to the side, Puppy is getting body blocked. They do have a good amount of lockdown for him, as he's going to head over into the trees, trying to bait them into something. Is STST going to get ran at? And well, they're sort of posturing for positioning to see who can get into range for the bounty rune, and Secret win that battle.
This really hurts for SFT though, because both of their supports basically getting harassed out of lane. Illidan is going to be by himself momentarily, so going to have to keep an eye out for these supports who come back.
Yeah. And Nikwa went to the jungle, got himself level 3 by virtue of those camps, and can head back there and pick up the rune again in a little bit if he wants, but can't just spam out the lane. So it's going a little bit better for Nikwa this time. Maybe he learned something from that last game about how to play that lane better, but 14 CS, some of those being jungle creeps, not the worst in the world.
I think most of it is jungle, actually. I think this matchup is a little better for the Venomancer from the Radiant side, because you're just right next to the 2 camps, as well as the bounty rune, so not as long of a trip.
Illidan might go down. They do have another Nether Blast here, which they're going to throw out in just a second. They don't decide to do it. Roll. Yapsor a little bit off the mark, missing that one. Does have the damage and is quite going to get there. Illidan's going to fall. Vata picking it up.
That was a mango use too.
Yeah.
So if you count that in, that's another 100 gold.
All right, double salve, and they're back up to full with just a great start already in this bottom lane, but it's not as bad as it was last time. You look at the CS across the board, and they've made adjustments that they need to.
Yeah, the other lanes aren't actually just losing to the point where they have to go straight into the jungle. Topson last game just actually wasn't able to do anything. Ace was level 6, and he was jungling level 4.
Yeah. Well, 3.5 minutes in, 0-2, and it is just going to be a constant spam out of these tornadoes against mid 1. He does have a salve, but waiting on using that, turning to kind of fight. Has he gotten a little bit too far forward? There's a cold snap. Well, mid 1 not going to end up going down there, it looks like. They do have another tornado in 15, but by that time, mid 1 will be full life again and ready to go in.
Yeah, Reflection slowing down Thompson a bit. Makes it so that he can't actually commit to that. Oh, Metamorphosis used again. Is he gonna get him here?
Oh, that was really close. Probably 2 more hits and it would have been a kill. So mid one.
Oh, regen.
Absol giving a punch in the back. They do have a roll though. STST is in a little bit of trouble here. We'll be able to fly away. It's nighttime. He's actually quite fast.
Oh, I think he... Okay, he's okay.
Yeah, I can't.
I think they expected him to fly to the left side, so they just gave up. But they didn't realize he actually never made it across.
Yeah. Force the TP away. Puppy does have pretty decent vision right here. They see that Thompson is in the area, and with the rotation over from Yapzor, they might be looking to put the hurt to him.
Oh, they see STST though.
Thompson sees them both. He sees the Earth Spirit, yeah. So, Night Stalker keeping his Invoker safe. And the game is looking a hell of a lot better for SFT. This is much more what I think everybody was expecting. That an evenly matched game with Secret maybe slightly ahead, but not by much.
Yeah, you can see Nequad this time. He realizes just how bad the matchup is. Actually spends most of his time in the jungle. He's doing a good job of just making sure both of these camps are cleared every minute. And then he heads back to lane for just a little bit. And then comes back to lane.
And the Apsor maybe getting a little bit too big for his britches. They're chasing. It's nighttime, and he is going to end up dying.
And they get more, though. Chasing Puppy right now.
Yes, stick charges and a nightmare. They might be able to go for a deny here, or you can just walk away if Brain Sap is back up in time.
I don't think they can go for this. 7 wand chargers. There's no way they go for this.
Ace, in the meantime, was able to kill off Nico in the top lane. Just a little bit of outplay going on. All right. Illidan pops the Ghost Shot, turns around, and now they have the Shrine to work with. Okay, so 6 minutes in. There's been kills on both sides this time, and people getting decent CS. How do you see the next few minutes unfolding now? Is this just because it's that 4-minute mark and Night Stalker is capable of doing things?
I think that definitely helps them a lot right now. But once it hits daytime again, I think that's pretty much when Secret are probably going to make the move to pressure towers. Mid one, dealing a bit of damage to the mid tower. 500 points of damage. Oh, bottom lane though.
Yeah, they're going on to him, and right click will be there to almost kill him off. 4 HP actually. He's going to live there. Yeah, Sword still getting ran at. He doesn't have a roll for 3 more seconds. Can he get out of there? Hunter in the night. The damage. Do they have it? He doesn't have enough void. Not enough mana, but still finds that right click kill. And now a Nightmare. Looks like Necro will also be able to live. So again, Night Stalker making the moves for SFT in these early goings.
Yeah, very nicely done by SFT to kind of pull this lane back.
Four points in those wards as well. Just gone for whatever he can to slow down the pressure that they know is going to be coming from Secret. Is this a type of game where, as it goes later and later, Secret start running into issues, or do you think that their lineup is going to be good no matter what?
I think it's a pretty even draft, honestly.
Okay.
I think that both sides will always be able to, assuming they have equivalent farm, I think both sides should be able to win a team fight. It's just a matter of, who team fights better, obviously.
Yeah. And we do see a lane switch up now. It's going to be the Necro and the Veno heading top to start to pressure that tower in, while bottom lane, they're going to have to give up their own tower. So I like this decision. You know, Night Stalker, he can't really do as much during the daytime. They know that they're going to be able to, they're going to end up losing their bottom tower, so push for the top.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The scary thing for Secret right now is that since the tri-lane didn't really work out at all, I mean, it worked out a little bit and then it kind of fell apart down the line, but Puppey is only level 2. He's about to hit level 3, but he's very, very low level, and Yapzor, given the mid lane, trying to catch up now, almost hitting level 5. But the support's not doing very well in the early game, and that kind of like slows down their progress.
For sure. Oh, and Yapzor now in some trouble. If he ends up going down there, would have been quite bad. Giving over any earn charges to Invoker at this point is scary too, because he can kill a lot of people with that.
Yeah, if he had earned right there, he would have killed the Earth Spirit, but didn't have anything on him.
Well, Ace and Yapzor maybe going to make that move towards mid. Or possibly just head back over and pick up some bounty runes, etc. Is Ace just going to run at him? Okay.
I mean, if you look at Ace, you can't really kill Ace.
Yeah.
This is another one of those, you need your 5-man gank for it to work out.
The +6 all stats in as well, and everything else that goes along with it. He takes over this catapult now, and they're going to be able to do a lot of damage to this tower with double catapult and Pugna. But the big movement's coming down right now from SFT. Do Secret spot this? They do see Illidan right now. He wraps around. The Rubik is in the area as well, but starting to deal a bit of damage. They also are bringing in Yapzor. He got level 6 with the Tome as well as that experience mid.
Is under attack.
I don't know if this is the best chase by SFT. They have to be careful here.
Speaking of careful, there's the damage being dealt right there. He decides to silence the Enchantress. Doesn't want to get hit with that impetus. And Fata now low on mana. This is a lot of space.
The thing is, there's no combo now, so Secret not going to be as scared.
Ghost Shroud to back it up. But look at how much damage that tower took. It's pretty insane.
Nikwa is actually having a decent game this time around. I think he definitely learned his lesson from last game. Just don't try to fight the Enchantress in lane. Just go jungle. Get your farm up. So 11 minutes in, he's got the Midas, he's got the Arcane Boots, he's doing a very good job in keeping up his farm this time around.
Now Illidan maybe in some trouble there. Do they have a way to break this? Trying to kill him, not going to happen though. And now nighttime yet again. STST going to live through those 3 impetus shots. Well, Invoker is going to move down, check for the rune, sees that it's not there. Now going to run into Bane. This could be bad. Nightmare? Nope. Okay. EMP Tornado. He doesn't have the combo anymore. Puppey taking some damage, going to end up going down. Can Yapzor find him? Looks like the answer is no.
Almost getting that courier too. He's trying to find the courier right now. Let's see what happens here. In mid lane, mid 1 with his Mask of Madness. Going to pick up the Rubik kill. Not gonna find the courier. He does have earn charges now, though.
Yep. 2 of them, in fact, can get on top of him with the cold snap there. They turn now onto the Pugna. Silence comes out, though, from Yapzor. He does end up losing Fata. So, again, SFT finding the initiation. They've been able to run into Ace now. Can they kill him off as well? Looks like with the Tornado, nice Tornado connects onto Yapzor as well. And Nikwa going to drop the ulti as well. Ace still living through all of that. He just has so much freaking magic resistance with that cloak, as well as the natural heal that's coming through. And
he's so tanky. Look at him.
He is just not dying. Yeah. He tanked a full ultimate and the Reaper Scythe. Granted, that didn't do that much because of the heal in the hood, but S is hard to kill off that Enchantress.
Yeah, Ace is pretty much unkillable. He has his drums now as well. He's going to be moving very quickly.
He sleeps himself. Now takes the Tornado, jump in, big magnetize onto 4. Can he get a second round of it going? He ends up dropping it again, only reapplies onto 2, and might be able to get another reapplication onto 3 again. So 8 so far, as Illidan also going to get ran down. Do they have another reflection here? They can use it in just a second if they want, but decide to back out as Fata takes down Thompson.
Yeah, unfortunately for mid one, didn't have the vision, missed the reflect, but it's going to be a free mid tower now.
Radiant's middle tower has
Okay.
fallen.
Well, 14 minutes. It's still a slight lead for Secret, though. SFT is making inroads onto that.
Yeah, the game is pretty even right now. You have to remember, Secret did take that bottom tier 2 as well, so their lead basically coming off of a tower only.
As far as where the net worth is situated, can see that... Oh no, Invoker's probably just going to pick off Puppey here. I don't think that they can stop. Nobody can get here quickly enough. Maybe getting a little bit greedy with his farming. He did manage to get a little... Oh, he got the Nightmare off?
He got the Nightmare off because I think Thompson didn't have the cooldown ready. Oh, he still catches them with the Invoke, and they're going to catch him anyways.
Yeah. So, a nice kill there. Thought the Puppey might have been able to get out, and Fata now just going to retreat as well. But, yeah, I think you accept that kill on your Bane. He got level 6 pushing out the lane like that.
Probably going to be looking to make moves with this newly 6 on the Bane. You want to get a grip, get a kill. Hopefully turn that into a objective. Ace, Invis, gonna find Peksu. This is looking to be a very dead Rubik, perhaps? Doesn't have the slow for another 3 seconds, though. But I think... Uh-oh. The rest of the team is here, though. This is a bait.
Oh, can they get it? Mid one, walking forward. They get the silence right at the start. Cold snap there as well. Nowhere to go. Mid one going down. And maybe so, too, will be Ace. They have another Void in 1 second. There it is when they come back down.
He's not done. He's going to pop the hood.
Gapsor, they get a big old ulti off as well, but there's the Fiend's Grip. They take down yet another, and now starting to fall is going to be Puppey, but there's a ton of damage being dealt out. Earthspirit, unfortunately, he already ends up going down, and now Fata trying to turn this, see if he can take down the Invoker. The sticks are going to keep him alive, as Ace still stay alive as well. You mentioned he's not going down. He's still 17 wand charges. Nikwa, maybe not fully understanding the depth of his despair, as it's going to end up being Ace, maybe falling here as well. They kill off the Pugna. He's going to end up dying. They chase for more. Ace is taking a lot of freaking damage here.
Oh, might get him this time for real.
Oh, the block!
Nice
The block on the ward. It's not going to happen, though. He's still living. I think. Yeah,
he has a heal.
He's got a heal now. Wow.
I mean, it's nice and all that your Enchantress survived, but the rest of the team went down, so definitely a big win for SFT right there.
For sure. Yeah, there was, what, how much is this? 7,000 and a bit damage dealt. I don't even know if they have that much HP between all of their heroes, but yeah, it's a one story is the gold, but the other story is that this experience is going to start to spike up as they keep on winning these fights. But Team Secret now going to try and go for a sneaky Roche play with the DD on mid one, and this could be the thing that starts to turn the game into their favor.
Yeah, I mean, the game is still pretty even. They just have to be careful with how they take these engagements. Mid one can't be caught out like that. He's pretty much most of their damage, I'd say.
Yeah.
In terms of right click, at least. I mean, look at how much damage he does with that double damage. It's actually insane how much damage he does with Metamorphosis and double damage.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I think this is one of those heroes that we're going to see become even, like, maybe more buffed than other heroes with the changes of the 40-minute runes ×2, because you got a better chance of getting double damages, and late game with Tear Blade, it's really hard to deal with.
Something interesting about mid one's build, though, he's going to be going for Sanjin Yasha first. I think somewhere down the line he'll probably disassemble it, because I think Manta style is going to be very important in this game. There's silence to get rid of from the Night Stalker, as well as potentially Orchid from Invoker, but I think if you get silenced by the Night Stalker, that alone should be enough reason to pick up the Manta style, unless you're going to go for a BKB immediately.
It looks like Thompson is actually going to be switching back into more of the I think that they pinged out that Invoker was by him. It looked like it was for a second. I don't know. But I think that this is going to be one of those games where he's trying to transition a little bit, it seems like. Does have that Hand of Midas done and now building towards the Aghanims after the drums. Do you think that's the right decision?
Yeah, I think this is fine. He's a lot of the team's AoE as well as control, so... Oh, mid lane. Gonna find Fata.
Good decrep right there. Keeping their buddy alive, but Fata is not going to be able to live through all of that, and... Well, mid one shows up. All right, big jump in there. Oh, the tornado interruption, though. Nikwa's going to end up dying. But that also meant that they didn't get the ulti off onto them from that one, so... Esku? Oh, they guessed wrong. Mid one now in a little bit of trouble. Deafening Blast as well. It's a long duration disarm. With all those points up in Clausen. Well, now also going to be able to try and bring down Illidan. He's got a ton of heals that's coming in, but will eventually fall. So final tally ends up being 2 for 3. With Team Secret coming out on the top.
And Team Secret still have an Aegis to play around. Probably going to go Shrine up right now. Maybe push in the top tier 1. It's like at 120 life. I mean, they don't even have to push it. They can just backdoor this tower.
Yeah. That's true. And maybe even this creep wave that's coming in might be enough to push it over the edge. Although Night Stalker is coming up to stop that from happening. As far as SFT is concerned, we've talked a lot about what Secret sort of need to do to come out on top. Where do you feel like their next few minutes of game is going to lie? Like, what are they trying to accomplish over the next few minutes here? Just keep farming, or?
It really feels like the way they're playing, it's just kind of like, well, they're kind of playing reactionary rather than, you know, making the moves themselves, it feels like.
Yeah.
So I think, like, the first step is they probably don't want to re-engage Secret, especially since mid 1 still has an Aegis. Probably just be a little patient, wait for that first before you decide on anything.
Yeah.
After that, then you can start making smoke plays perhaps, whenever it's nighttime, and then try to take a team fight like that instead.
It looks like they're going for Mass Midas as well, as we see a pickoff there. Yapsor just going to take off the Rubik.
They found the Rubik in the river. Trying to invade. That was their smoke as well. So a Rubik for smoke, not that bad. Oh, and Thompson, he finds a courier kill.
Okay.
Oh, they found the Night Stalker though. Nikwa goes in.
Oh my god. You're not even going to kill off Fata. He's going to live, and meanwhile the turnaround, excuse me, he does end up going down, but Tornado EMP combo. This might be enough if Ace can do enough damage. It's looking like everybody is dying from SFT. I thought there was a chance, but it was never going to be enough.
It's so risky, especially since the Rubik ended up going down, so they're basically fighting that 4v5, and I'm sure they realize that Terrorblade still has the Aegis, so it's, like, regardless of how well they initiate, it's still going to be a difficult fight.
Look at Puppy. He's not caring about anything. They don't have Fiend Script right now, though, so he might be biting off more than he can chew. See him just die? That was a little bit odd, but it ends up being worth it since they take down the Rubik.
I don't think he was expecting that much damage. He's definitely just trying to bait.
Yeah.
Well, so it sort of works, I guess. I mean, him dying, not great, but they killed the Rubik off. And the whoops comes out. Imagine if we had chat wheel sounds.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I guess you can do your best to replace it.
Oh no!
Now that we don't have it anymore.
I'm pretty sure we've seen that before. The Sulhao Pusul. That's the great pronunciation, right?
Okay, yeah, let's not do that then.
That's good. Good call. Well, 3,000 net worth lead and starting to trend down into the favor of Team Secret. 6,000 experience as well, but like I said before, they've got 3 Midases working. Maybe in a little while, these things can start paying for themselves and building into those bigger items if they can just hold the push that we know is going to be coming from Team Secret. 2 minutes away before Roshan is even capable of respawning, and Peksu going to be ran into. Yapsor throws out one stun. It connects now onto the Rubik. ST does have vision, but there's the Fiend Script. They dodge away, and he's actually not going to live. He is going to live.
Very nicely done. Puppy kind of had to let him go. They saw the tornado coming in, so he's going to go dodge that instead of continuing the grip. So now Fiend's Grip is down. We'll have to see how much that impacts the next engagement if they decide to. Mid one is actually not there as well, so I'm sure they realize this as well. Trying the best to catch someone. Ace, 4 staffs, catapult.
I think it's a valued profession. It would be cool if they had the Invoker with the Enchantress. That's the strat I want to see. Alacrity Catapult.
Alacrity Catapult.
It's the dream. I mean, that'd be pretty good.
Sounds really awful.
What are you talking about?
Why didn't you just get a helm with a Dominator so you could do it with anyone?
That's fair enough. I still think Alacrity Catapult's the way of the future.
I mean, if you wanna go that far, like, what about a lineup that has a bunch of attack speed, auras, and whatnot, and just have everyone buy helm with the Dominator Catapult?
I have actually. We did that before one time. It was pretty great, and we won.
With Beastmaster, for example.
Yeah. And Chen, all those heroes. It's a great time. You should try it out sometime. Well, with a little bit of a lull in our game right now, it is going to be daytime now. Still 3 minutes until night. If Night Stalker wants to, they could go out and get a little bit fresh with each other. He does have darkness available. Meanwhile, it's also going to be that Invoker Axe done as well as the Venomancer. So he's got the jump in and give your life away for a big ultimate, a build going with the Blink Ags. Not something we see a ton nowadays with Veno.
It's gonna be a ton of damage if he manages to get it off. Team Secret. Some of them are smoked. Puppy is smoked as well as Yapsor. Trying to find something. Gonna have his smoke broken. They're gonna see everything now.
Oh, the decrep on the siege creeps. That way Enchantress can come and take it. And now the siege with the Aether Lens begins. There is also...
Look at how many catapults he has.
The ward down. That is a lot of freaking catapults. Alright, Brain Sap there as well. Send them up high ground. They don't want to give these away. They're valuable resources, but they are starting to take a bit of damage. Dylan's going to be run back. Oh, mid one goes in. BKB pop just going to destroy that Rubik. Gone in an instant. And also turning his attention now off to the side. Mid one does still have Sunder. Turns it around onto Nikwa. He's going to end up falling as well. They're all taking a ton of damage, but they do manage to actually get that Shrine off, so they're going to live for the moment. Still a lot of damage there. Sunstrike off the mark. They do still kill off Fata. Nico with a double so far. Can they roll away from here and stay alive? No pipe as of yet. Mid one not wanting to die here. They do have a TP boost. Thompson manning up against mid one. Is he going to die? They do find that kill, but so too will die the Invoker. Ace.
They want to go for more.
Himself out of there. He has stick charges still.
And one has a blink. Oh, he cancels the regen as well. Is he gonna catch him?
He does have a roll away up to the high ground. There's the Shrine. Might need to pop it there to help out his team. And Ace walks inside the Roche pit to see his quarry has ran away. They won't be able to catch and kill.
That was a great trade from SFT, though. I think if you can kill off the Terrorblade at every engagement, it's definitely worth it for your team. As long as you're not trading, you know, like 4-for-1, 5-for-1 type of thing.
Yeah, and that was only about half damage done to both towers, so not significant structural damage either. SFT, they're putting on a significantly better showing than last game. Very clear that one was just a draft win, and at least for now, I wouldn't say that Secret are struggling to close them out, but it's not easy at the very least.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with how high level this Venomancer is. High ground is definitely not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Only 4.5 levels away from 25. Having to deal with those wards not going to be easy. And I mean, I can't wait to see how much damage Nico has done in this game. I'm pretty sure he's going to be at least double the next person.
Yeah. And with that Midas going next for the Octarine, it's going to give him even more sustain in these team fights. Allow him to maybe get off a couple rounds of Gale. Well, mid one and Yapsor moving mid. They have a pipe between them now. As well as
they definitely need this pipe. They need pipe. Potentially they need Glimmer as well. Just as much magic resistance as possible, because that's pretty much all that's coming out of SFT.
Yeah. Smoke up. Was not scouted. That is a 5-man smoke, but Secret look like they have an inkling that something could be going on. Bane heading east. Stopping for the moment, does still have a Force Staff, and they are going to find him. Force Staff to the high ground, pops the Shrine. Rest of his teammates showing up. That is going to be the jump forward. They find the kill, but simultaneously it's a Magnetize. Onto 2, Silence onto 3. Can they kill him off? Reapplication of Magnetize. This time connects onto 3 of them. Sunstrike's going to be there, but a little bit off the mark. Niqua dropping as well. They found themselves the Rubik. He has nowhere left to go. The smoke does not end the way that they hoped it would. 3 are dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And sadly, no chat wheel was heard that day.
Oh, mid one immediately TPs in the mid lane, tries to get in a ton of damage. With that double damage, he is a monster with this. 530 damage.
He's waiting for that Mask of Madness to wear off, it looks like. He could walk back in now, does have that BKB, but would have maybe been a death sentence to go in there after that. Oh, maybe not. No, they've been able to catch him. Definitely Blast, pretty decent. Pugna also draining life away. He's holding on to that BKB, though. There's the Cold Snap as well.
Radiant's middle tower.
Diffusal Blade taken out of his backpack as well. So they can turn, but with no meta, they probably decide to back off there and suffice to take down the Shrines.
Still a very big victory there, winning the team fight and then still managing to take a tier 3 tower. Gives them a little more options. The next time they potentially win a team fight.
Not to mention just sending illusions over here at these Shrines when mid one doesn't want to use them to push her farm.
I have a feeling this next engagement most likely will be at Roshan. I think SFT don't want to give it away.
No. Other big things that are coming up, it's a Enchantress almost done with her Aghanim Scepter and also has the 60 untouchable slow. Any other big items or levels that you've seen coming out that you think are going to be pretty impactful?
Let's take a look around. Mid one did finish his Diffusal Blade. Is also holding on to 2,600 gold already. He's already a monster. I don't think there's anything really to anticipate from him. Pugna finishes his Scepter at least, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Long range with that Atos. Look at that thing. That's going to be hard to contend with.
I think we were watching that one game where G played Pugna and they couldn't actually kill him because he kept training.
Probably a little bit harder this game since you've got Void, Crippling Fear, Cold Snap Tornado. You know,
I think it's still actually okay this game, simply because their SFT's biggest issue is this Terrorblade. They have to address the Terrorblade before anything else, in my opinion. So Pugna gonna get a decent amount of time to just spam everything consistently. Yep. Maybe even see some clutch life drain saves. Oh, Necro, no. He's gonna get caught.
Yeah, that ward. They must have spotted him out or just thought that, yeah, it's easy peasy pickings. And now Secret.
They're gonna go mid.
Do they have TPs? TP in the backpack of Night Stalker, and Rubik does have one.
Invoker's gonna get caught here.
Oh, the kickback that really caught him. This is really, really bad. They're just gonna connect, and well, he's gonna end up dying. So no Invoker, no Necro. They do a buyback on Invoker, and they're gonna be forced to use it now. All right, mid one, Mask of Madness pop, turning his sights now onto these barracks, and Rubik ends up sealing Metamorphosis. The jump forward, BKB pop, turn to fight, just gonna completely destroy Pexu. He actually doesn't end up dying. They decide they want to take down this Venomancer instead. He'd already used his ultimate mid one. Let's start to be taking that DOT after taking down the melee barracks.
Yeah, I think they're okay with that. They don't lose anything. Their Metamorphosis is down, and they still manage to take the melee racks. It's just time to go back to Roshan.
There's a DD down bottom, which isn't going to be scouted out as of yet, but it's, like you said, Roche time, and well, we're going to have to see what SFT's answer is to this. They actually want to go and contest right now. Can they get here? It's not the fastest in the world. They have these illusions that are moving up this way. Thompson, he's got EMP and Tornado together to throw it on out. Connects now onto one, but there's going to be a catch. The roll through with the boulder. Can they get him? They have Magnetize as well. There's a big old Magnetize. And the damage coming as well from Fata. He's out of mana right now, so no more life drains, actually. That EMP Tornado was pretty good, but they just have too much network. Yeah.
They even bought back on the Venomancer, but he wasn't even able to get there in time. Back into the Roche pit. 3 end up going down. Invoker doesn't have the buyback either.
This could be the beginning of the ruination. Team Secret looking quite in control of this game. She's
Mid
on
one,
the ground.
mid one has his Lincoln Sphere as well, giving him that extra layer of protection against the Necromancer, not Necromancer, the Necrophos.
Now, you've been playing too much PoE. Is that a PoE class?
It is.
Really?
That was just a lucky guess, though. Yeah, it is.
Alright. Reflection out, mid one BKB pop, still there with the Aegis. They are going to not get him. Alright, that's a nightmare.
And then here comes the life drain.
Oh no, and then the turnaround again with the Sunder. He has so many lives. Mid
I mean,
one.
this doesn't even really matter. He really doesn't care at this point. He still has Lincolns as well as Aegis. He just wants to throw away his life at this point.
Yeah, and he might end up doing it, but I mean, for what? It doesn't even really matter. A nice little wraparound there, dodge from Pexu, but now that a Diffusal Blade is there as well, they're going to take him down. They are diving base. Don't even care about the tier 3 tower, which hasn't been taken yet. STX actually has taken down Yapsor as mid one turns his sights to the bottom racks, but this is looking like, again, a secret victory, unless something really magical happens here from SFT.
I don't think we'll be seeing that. There's no buybacks on anyone, and mid one is still in the base, just hammering your towers, your racks. Still has BKB as well, so there's really no way you're going to kill him.
Force staff from his allies helping him out a little bit there. They catch out Illidan, Diffusal Blade just inside range.
Catches him.
Finally the BKB. They turn now as well on Thompson or the Night Stalker, whoever he wants to. Somebody is dying, that is for damn sure. They have Sunder again. 25 talent,
they
it's
got
going to
him.
be back up.
Maybe?
Ow.
Nice force staffs.
Yep, and he's got Sunder again in 3 seconds, so it kind of doesn't even end up mattering. Waiting to get it set up. Now the Necro going to be in trouble. Force back. Sunstrike connects onto Ace to no avail. This is going to be Megas if they want it, but it looks like Secret just going to back out. That's a pretty big gold swing. 25,000 net worth lead for Team Secret. And around 20,000 experience.
And he is going to consume a Moon Shard. So mid one, you know, casual 27,000 net worth, pretty much double the his opponent's top net worth.
Yeah. Has the Diff Blade level 2 coming out as well. He used all the charges in that last fight. But
it's okay though. He refreshed it. He's got a Diffusal level 2 now, so he's gonna have 8 more.
This is feeling like
Radiant's
quite the hard one to come back from at this point. Team Secret just doing what they need to do. What else can we really say about SFT here? I mean, Heaven's Halberd could make a pretty big difference. If there's one thing that's true about this mid one build, it's mainly built around his like main hero. His illusions do a lot, but he doesn't have like the Manta style or what have you to propagate them more quickly.
I think this is like one of those situations where even if you manage to hit a 5-man everything, I think you still lose this game.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how far ahead Secret are. They have all the items to turn things around as well. Look at Ace. He's got a casual Moon Shard in his inventory as well, just for that sick attack speed. You see how fast he goes with this one.
Oh, lots of damage being dealt. The Fiend script onto Voker, and he is going to die. Just, oh, maybe not. They're getting a little bit greedy there. I don't think those were impetus shots coming out from Ace during that, so. Well, Sunder stolen to heal back up the Invoker. Okay, cute. But now mid one's shown up.
I mean, he's got BKB still, so he doesn't care.
Oh, God, the reflection comes through. There's the turnaround. They're going to be able to kill them all off. Niko's going to end up falling. He pops the ultimate. It is not going to really matter, though. They turn onto the buildings, and with Mega Creeps, with a 30,000 gold lead, good game is going to be called, and Secret going to finish this one off 2-0.
Well, it was a much better attempt this time. The early game actually wasn't that bad for SFT, but a couple of misplays here and there. I think overall, Secret just coming out ahead. Probably just more experience when it comes to, you know, knowing what to do.
Yeah.
Because the game was pretty even up until the 30-minute mark, and then from then on, Secret just snowballing out of control off of the back of, I think actually it was when mid one, around the time when mid one managed to sneak the Aegis. That's kind of when it started turning around.
Yeah, because then SFT kind of had to wait for a little while. You could have argued that like Night Stalker maybe at that point wanted to move around and make more stuff happen, but obviously it's hard to do that into an Aegis. So SFT, I don't think that people were expecting a ton out of them coming into this. They were the open qualifier team, but they did perform well in those open qualifiers. Anything that you really feel about them that stands out? Things that you liked that you saw? I felt like there was some growth in game number 2.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, once again, it's still early in the season. People are just barely starting to play with each other, and I mean, a lot of these players, I don't know a few of them, but Nikwa, I think he used to play on Alliance, and Illidan used to play on Virtus Pro, one of the, I would say, top tier CIS carries, I believe. It's been around for a while, so I mean, there's some names on this team. It's gonna have to give them some time, and seeing the adjustment from game 1 to game 2, definitely a very noticeable difference, but still, Secret just kind of made it look a little easy versus SFT.
For sure. Yeah, I think so. And Secret, this is our first look at them. Ace, he looked quite good. He was obviously the standout player in game number 1 on the Broodmother, and he gave them that extra little cheesy factor that they can maybe rely upon going forward in the future. And Fata looks stable. They also, the fact that they were able to switch up Fata and Ace's position between going either in the safe lane or going in the off lane, and then also switching up their heroes, that both of them played Enchantress. That's the other thing. Enchantress was picked twice in the series, and Puppey didn't play it either time, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, very, very, very flexible in terms of just hero picks. That's I feel like that's how it's always been when it comes to any team that Puppey's played on. Everyone just kind of is able to play everything, and I think that's a very strong quality to have as a team.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for us. Game